I know for me, when I first started, I think one of the reasons that I kind of like put myself out there and did all these things is I was too naive to know that it might not work. Right. I was just, I was too stupid. I didn't know enough to know that it might not work out. And so I'm just like, well, of course it's going to work out. And then like, it wasn't happening very fast, but I'm like, yeah, but it can't not work out. That's just what it does. It works out. I didn't know any better. And then the further along I got in my business and the more I learned, it's almost like once you become, I always feel terrible for emergency room doctors, emergency room physicians, because they see all the craziest stuff come in. Somebody was like hanging a picture on their wall and somehow a screwdriver went into their ear, and a kid was riding a bike and he fell and now he broke both of his knees. And so my thinking is that emergency room doctors, poor emergency room doctors, go out in the world and everywhere they look, they see the potential for disaster. Right? They see a little kid riding the bike and they go, oh God, I hope he doesn't fall and broke both of his knees. That would be, I've seen that in the ER yesterday. And that becomes their new lens. So when we get really into our businesses and they start growing, we kind of become ER doctors. Now we know what might not work and we know what might not go wrong. And so now we're priming ourselves to see all the things that could go wrong. Where when we're first emergency room doctors, we walk in for our first day, we're excited to see what's going to go wrong because that means we get to play with something. Otherwise, I'm just sitting there all day picking my nose in the emergency room. And I didn't go to, 8 years of medical school to just sit there all day, right? And I think that's natural. I think that the more you grow your business or the more that things, you create things, sometimes it can be a natural inclination to protect what you've created. And that will make us not want to stretch too far out of our comfort zone. So when we're in the beginning, we have nothing to lose. Comfort zone, who gives a shit? Like I got nothing to lose anyways. And so we have this big wide expanse of what's possible. And then as we're creating things, somehow this wide expanse gets narrower and narrower, and we want to protect what we've created down here. And so we want to close this funnel up here so that this is protected, right? I don't want to get too crazy out here, because if I do this, then all of this is exposed and all of this is vulnerable, right? And I finally got this working. This feels good. This feels safe. I don't want to put that at risk, right? So if you think about what was the spirit that you brought to creation when you first started your business, we know what it is now. The spirit now kind of feels like delaying, or maybe fear, or maybe whatever those things are, which is fine. But what kind of spirit do you think would be more helpful for you than that one? And it's such a great insight. I mean, you nailed that. And I hope everybody on the call heard that, because that's what you just said is gold. Like, you know it yourself. You saw it when you brought the playful energy. The place where you were more playful, clients came. The place where you were noticeably, yourself, you were not playful, no clients came from that. So that's great to notice, right? Because when we create content and we show up online, we're trying to give people a taste of the experience of working with us. So right now, if you're hiding your playfulness for certain people, it's like you're saying, hey, do you like Chinese food? And they go, I love Chinese food. And you go, cool, here's some Mexican. And you're like, but I signed up for Chinese food. So if the people that are like your serious people were to actually sign up with you, they may be disappointed because they thought they were going to get a serious coach, and now they're getting a playful one. So I want to weed those people out. If they can't deal with me being playful out here, they definitely can't deal with me being playful in there. And you also can't know that the people that follow you from before wouldn't love a playful version of you. They may absolutely love that. They may have this vision of you of being the serious manager, and then they see you open up and be more playful, and they go, wow, I've never seen that side of her before. I love that. And some of them may say, wow, she's gotten woo-woo spiritual weirdo. There's no way I'd ever work with her. Thank God. Then those people are out of your world, because they would have been terrible clients for you. And I think you can, even if you want to, if you haven't already, you could totally create an amazing piece of content about that transition, how you were this serious manager and how it felt very foreign to like bring these playful, natural parts of you out for all these different reasons. I won't be taken seriously. I won't look like a professional. And what you now know to be true about how your world is different when you do show up more playfully. Like, let people see what that transition looks like, because there's probably plenty of people who are super serious, would love to feel more playfulness, but need permission to do so.